It's Moof the Lazy God, or whatever y'all address me as. Man, I know y'all missed me. It's been like, what, like 2 months since I uploaded? Man, unfortunately, the boy computer broke, but if you saw my newest post, then you know I got it fixed, man. Like I said, I'm back and better than ever, bro. So now that I'm finally back, why don't we start off with some heat? Like Return of the Joker. This movie was straight crazy. Honestly, one of the best Batman movies besides like Phantasm or The Killing Joke. But this is definitely up there. So we start off in the Batcave, and Terry McGinnis came back from a mission, aka the Batman Beyond came back from the mission, and he came back to talk to the Big Bat, except he's old as hell in this universe, cause this takes place like, I don't know, like 50 years in the future or something. I don't know. I don't be keeping up, nigga. So after a long day of playing dress up, Terry decides he wants to go to the club. He trying to get lit, and it ain't even a Tuesday. But Bruce like, nah, the Big Bat like, nah, bro. You spent all night fighting, you should probably get some rest. He's like, what? I'm about to turn up. And this nigga did not turn up. Bro, he went to the club, and he's knocked out on the couch, bro. This nigga snoring all loud and shit. Nigga, you could've did this shit at home. So Fine Shit pulls up and sees his bum ass on the couch and decides she wants to dance with him. So she raises his ass up, and they go on the dance floor in like 3 seconds. Hey, don't this nigga have a girl? Unfaithful ass nigga. Couldn't be me though. But if it was the Fine Shit I like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even dance, but you gonna see me on that dance floor today. Nigga, I'm about to go crazy. Nigga, I'm about to pull out anything from my bag. I'm about to be dancing like Prime Mac Jack, bro. So his ass starts dozing off while dancing. Fine Shit probably thinks he's a junkie. Probably thinks he popped a perk. His ass out here on the dance floor like Kodak. But to my surprise, Fine Shit sees him dozing off, and instead of getting annoyed, she sees it as a challenge. She wants his attention. So she starts putting that wagon on him. I'm not gonna lie, I'm awake after that. My head is not dozing off anymore, bro. My head is straight up. Both of them. So then we cut to the Joker, who's still alive and somehow in his prime. So he has these henchmen going out doing his dirty work for him, and they failed him. And you know what every single crime boss does when a henchman fails him? He kills them. He packs them up. He has the rest of the henchmen scared shitless, bro. Like, I can never get behind this. Why are you killing your own loyal workers? So Joker finally decides to go through his scheme. And then we cut to Batman. So Batman's doing some business junk, and it turns out he sold all the stocks to his company or something like a while back. So now he's finally decided to buy all the stocks back, and apparently it took him over a decade or something. So now he's getting re-inaugurated as the company's CEO again. But unfortunately, the Joker comes in and spoils his party. So the rest of the world doesn't know that the Joker is alive. He pops in and Bruce loses his mind. And tell me why he had to pop in right next to Bruce too. So not only does the Joker gang gas the people at the party or celebration, they also blow it up. Bro, it's mostly old people here. They don't got much longer to live anyways. So now he's using the people he put in harm's way as a distraction to get away. So later that day, Bruce goes to the Batcave, and while he's big chilling, Joker shows up and gasses the place. That's right, Joker shows up at the Batcave. He knows his location and he gasses him. Bruce tries to make a concoction to fight against the gas, but it doesn't work. He's running out of time. His freaking eyes are getting watery, bro. Joker pulls up on the gas on the old Bruce Wayne and just starts strangling him. He's choking the life out of him. So we cut to the club, and this is where Terry is all the fucking time? I swear he was just here like a day ago. But anyways, these two Fine Shits pull up, but they start putting belt to ass. They start jumping him. They start doing this nigga like it was JJK. They're jumping him in the middle of the night. Then they grab his chick and throw her down the staircase after grabbing her by her hair. Nah, bro, they violated. First they beat me up in a club, then they grab my chick. So the whole Joker gang is here, and they're all fighting Terry. They're tired of fighting. They pull out the blicks, but Terry manages to figure out some way to get them all individually. He's beating them up one by one, and the first person he lays out is that Scarecrow. Bro, he's pulling out haymakers, bro. He turned into Prime Mike Tyson. But anyways, they not just gonna let him beat his homie, bro. They about to try and get it back in blood. They pull up with the blicks and they just start blasting. They don't care who's at the club, bro. But Terry pushes down this giant lava lamp and tries to crash it on them. But the juices from the lava lamp end up freaking washing them over. Pretty sure that stuff's not supposed to touch your skin. So bro tries to use his blick, but the lava lamp completely destroyed it. So Terry McGinnis beat the whole crew, bro. He was on some Street Fighter shit. He beat them all in the club. So after packing them up, the medics pull up and take them out. Bro knows something not right. He turned that joint into a midnight fight club. He turned it into a Jackie Chan movie set. If all those guys knew who he was as a civilian, his logical conclusion is that they know who Bruce Wayne is. So he checks up on Bruce Wayne and he's laid out on the floor. Bro, this can't be my hero, bro. This y'all man, bro? This y'all goat? Bro, they got him on the floor like a 1950s wife after giving cold dinner. But somehow, someway, he manages to point to where the serum is at. Terry gets it and instantly gives it to him, obviously. And somehow this nigga survives. I mean, you'd expect at his old age his body would have given out, but I guess not, bro. Wait, so since this is like 50 years in the future, I'm guessing he also survived COVID, but whatever. So the new Joker is back and he's a threat. He's a problem. He's a menace. But this new Batman has never fought the Joker before. And Bruce doesn't want to tell him anything about the Joker. So the only person he can think to go to is Batgirl. So he goes to Batgirl, and Batgirl was a little bit reluctant at first, but she finally gives in. She better I gave in, otherwise he was pulling did the crap. So she starts the flashback. So basically she's telling him how the Joker apparently died. So it all started off one night when Tim Drake Robin was on patrol. So Robin notices a lady in danger and decides to help her, like the good person he is. But it turns out it was a setup. It was an ambush. It's actually Harley Quinn, and she hits this little ass kid with a mallet. Harley Quinn tripping. This is what little jits look up to, little girls. This bitch is out here child trafficking. So anyways, Batman and Bruce try to find Robin, and they have been searching hella long, but they could not find him for months. But after months, the Joker leaves a clue. He's finally ready to be caught. So Batman pulls up in Arkham Asylum and busts straight through the gate. And I'm not gonna lie, bro, this is probably when the best scene of the movie happens. This is probably when the most crazy part happens. The Joker finally reveals what he did to Tim Drake. He opens the curtain and all we see is a Joker Jr. Seeing Tim Drake's demented smile is insane. He's completely insane, completely deranged. What Joker had to do to get him like this was insane. He tortured him for months and months upon end, brainwashing him to be turned into a Joker Jr., bruh. Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, tries to reason with the Joker Jr., but she can't get to him. But before she even gets a chance, Harley Quinn pulls up and sneaks her ass. So then Barbara Gordon is like, oh hell nah. And she just starts putting the paws on her, starts laying the hands on her. But it doesn't matter, because Harley Quinn manages to escape. Joker manages to escape too, and Batman finally catches up to him. And when he does, he reveals what he did to Tim Drake to get him to be like this. He shows him all the highlight reels of him torturing him. First he does this to Jim Gordon, now Batman? Is this his favorite hobby? The Joker's tripping. This boy's a psycho. And this is where it gets weird. So Batman obviously beats the shit out of him. So it turns out the movie has two alternate versions of what happened to the Joker. In both versions he dies, but one is censored and one is uncensored. So first we're gonna go over the censored version. And in the censored version, Joker gives Joker Jr. a gun, but he throws the gun and pushes Joker into some chemicals. But before Joker could retaliate, he slips on the chemicals and electrocutes himself. Bro, what is up with Joker always getting electrocuted? But in the uncensored version, Joker gives Joker Jr. the gun, and Joker Jr. last second changes his mind from shooting Batman to Joker. On a cinematic level, the uncensored version is obviously the superior version, but I never got to see that one. I saw the censored version, and to me, the censored version is personally the more haunting one. It's way more creepier than someone getting shot. Joker screams while getting electrocuted is crazy, but both of them end with Joker Jr.'s laughter slowly turning into crying, while Barbara Gordon attempts to comfort him. So it turns out one of the older characters was in alliance with Joker. Basically the guy that was gonna become CEO before Bruce came back. But now that Bruce is out of the picture, he can become CEO. He teamed up with Joker just to do this. But Joker decides that he's a loose end and wants to kill him by blowing up the yacht. Terry McGinnis hears about this and breaks in immediately and tries to fight Joker's goons. But they not trying to hear it. They not even trying to fight. This boat about to get boomed. So they do the dash. And Terry just says forget it. He decides to save the CEO before the boat gets boomed. So Terry McGinnis heads back to the Batcave. And after a short evaluation, he deduces that Tim Drake probably has something to do with this new Joker, since all of his expertise seems to help out the Joker, and he's the only one one that doesn't want to communicate with everyone. Terry McGinnis tries to confront Tim Drake, but it was all a part of Joker's plan. Joker knew that Terry would figure out eventually and set it up as a trap, but instead of using it as a trap to actually try and kill Terry, he uses it to explain what he's doing. Why does every villain explain their evil plan? But I guess I spoke too soon, because then these things start pulling out gats and they start blasting at him. But Terry uses his smarts to trick the guns into shooting the defense system and escapes. So Terry tries to pull up to where Joker's hiding out. He even tries to tell Bruce Wayne where he's hiding out, but you're forgetting Joker has access to all their communications. Obviously, if he knows where the Batcave is at, he starts using the freaking laser beacon to destroy straight through Gotham just to get Terry. He's about to turn this shit into Fallout New Vegas. He's about to turn it into Crisis City. He's beaming everything to try and get Terry, but for some reason, the Joker just stops. He hangs up the transmission and stops the laser. So Terry uses this time that Joker stops to instantly go to the hideout, which is an old candy factory. So Terry pulls up, but before he can get to the Joker, he has to go through these mini bosses. Actually, they're not even on that level. They're more like minions, grunts, because he easily disposes them. He didn't even get any XP from that. So now that Terry pulls up, Joker's nowhere to be found. It's just Tim slumped out on the floor. At first, it seems like Tim Drake doesn't know anything, like it's all a ploy. But it turns out that Tim Drake is Joker. So somehow, someway, Joker installed his DNA into a microchip and put it on the side of Tim Drake's neck. So now he can freely turn into his Joker self at will. At first, he used to have to limit himself, but now he's slowly gaining more and more control of Tim. So Joker's getting ready to set his activator, and he's about to beam the shit out of these places. And the destinations he chooses to beam, well, is the hospital, Bruce Wayne's mansion, and the park where Terry McGinnis' family is at. But Terry brought in his dog, and his dog goes apeshit on the Joker and also frees Terry. So the Joker tries to taser the dog, and he succeeds. But Terry gets his get back, and he immediately tackles Joker. But that's a bad thing, because the taser button falls into the machine, and the machine malfunctions and just starts lasering Gotham randomly. Everything's getting beamed. So the Joker's ready to call it off. He's ready to try and escape. But Terry's like, hell nah, you gotta get brought in. But Joker's like, you're a joke, kid. And he just starts beating his ass. Because he's in Robin's body, he gets all of his fighting techniques and all of his moves that Bruce Wayne taught him. So he's ready to put a beat down on Terry. Terry tries to pull out everything out of his book, but he's just not ready. He can't take on the Joker. He's just too much. Terry's trying to think of anything, and Bruce tries to get him some advice, tries to tell him to block everything out, that Joker's vain, that he likes to talk. But then Terry realizes he likes to talk too. So he's about to try and get into Joker's head. He starts telling him how he's a pathetic comedian, and he basically starts analyzing him on a psychological level. How pathetic he really is, how all he seeks is Batman's attention, how even though he treats himself as a joke, he demands to be taken seriously. And it's funny, because Superman defeated him the same way. The Joker doesn't want to be taken as a joke. He wants to be taken seriously. So when Terry finally starts treating him as a joke, he starts to get under his skin. But the Joker manages to get a lucky bomb in, a lucky shot. Then he traps him with a table and tries to choke him out. Why is this Joker's favorite thing to do? He just loves choking people. Is this his kink? But Terry gets the last laugh because somehow he found Joker's buzzer and he tases the microchip off of him, which means Joker is completely erased from Tim Drake's body. So Terry uses one of the Joker's bombs to escape with Tim Drake and his dog, and the machine just starts beaming. It beams everything until it destroys the entire hideout. But because the machine was in the hideout, it turns off the satellite, and also the satellite just drifts out into space. I mean, that was kind of convenient, but whatever. So I guess everything's all good now. I mean, not really. Honestly, they should all need therapy. Joker's always managing to terrorize the Bat family somehow. First Barbara Gordon got paralyzed, then Jason Todd got boomed until that got retconned and he came back, and Tim Drake gets tortured. The Bat fam can't catch a break. The only person to be untouched by Joker is Nightwing. So that's the ending of the movie, man. I hope you enjoyed this movie because I did too. Now I know when y'all see my videos, I always be like annoying, and a lot of people think I'd be like a hater or whatnot. Most of the time, I don't hate these movies. They just be mildly annoying or boring to me. I have a very short attention span, but this movie was top tier. I actually enjoyed this one. So you're not gonna hear too much complaining from me on this one. Though for some reason, it's a double-edged sword. Y'all seem to like the complaining, but also say I'm a hater. It's whatever. I don't care. I'm just being me. Anyways, man, hope you enjoyed the video, and if you didn't, I hope you enjoy the next one. Oh, and also, I am glad to be back. Oi!
I know that the movie and it ain't any quick. Don't get sad cause move didn't quit. You don't gotta get that in a throw fit. Just hit the sub button and I remember you. Just hit the sub button and I remember you. Just hit the sub button and I remember